Yeah. If one looks at the details of the NEP 2020, one of the important things that we have identified is our policy to catalyze and energize research and innovation across the country in all academic disciplines, with a special focus on seeding and growing research at universities and colleges, create a conducive ecosystem for research through competitive peer-reviewed funding, mentoring and facilitation. Research and innovation is central to growing and sustaining a large and vibrant society and economy. I don't have to re-emphasize it here. If India is to become a leader in different aspects of development and truly achieve the potential of its vast talent pool to become a leading knowledge society in the coming years and decades, the nation will require a significant expansion of its research capabilities and output across disciplines. Research has never been more essential than at the present juncture for the economic, intellectual, societal, environmental, and technological health and progress of a nation. A discussion on the broader aspects of higher education and innovativeness of a society will be incomplete without touching upon the crucial area of research, especially when you talk of higher education. India's present lack of high-quality research output not only places our country at a serious short-term disadvantage on strategic and economic fronts. You mentioned about our dependence on outside with respect to systems and supports, but it also has a severe long-term disadvantage of becoming quality research is essential for quality education and innovation. So these are related things. While the policy calls for an increase in funding for research, and this has been always the way the scientists were willing to take money from the government, the present strategy in the policy is more, we recognize that it's more crucial to emphasize the revised mechanism for ensuring that these funds are used in a more efficient and accountable way. This mechanism is a National Research Foundation, which we have recommended and which is now within the government consideration, and whose primary role to act as an interface between the government agencies on one hand and academic institutions on the other hand. The National Research Foundation will nurture a vibrant research ecosystem through adequate funding, mentoring, and careful monitoring. NRF will support multidisciplinary research in arts and humanities, social sciences, sciences and mathematics, engineering and technology, including educational technology. NRF can create a unique opportunities to universities which provide education in liberal arts, encompassing social sciences, humanities, and other related subjects. NRF will further promote phased progress of a research activity from pure research to applied research to translational research, leading to the use of final outcomes to spur innovations and economic growth. That is exactly what it is. I want to say this particularly because we spend a lot of time discussing what is going to be our research strategy for the 21st century. 85% of our students go to state universities today. And if you look at the kind of support they receive in terms of research, it is totally disproportionate to the kind of thing we should be giving them for the various aspects of research and innovation related activities. We have recognized this, and the NRF is an outcome of those discussions where the university system, where the 85% of the students are there and whose current research capabilities are very abysmally low, we need to give them. The government has appreciated this and has already considering, I may recall that in the last budget or the budget before, our honorable finance minister set apart 50,000 crores for this kind of a job, especially. So one can see the seriousness with which they have gone about this. The details are being worked out, and I am sure it will be in the place in the coming months or a year. But there is no question that the government now sees the importance of research in universities attached to various types of innovations, and those innovations trying to solve local problems, regional problem, national problem, and were capable also global problems. So those kind of a thing certainly is very much. What is the important consideration for stepping up research innovation right now? Social challenges I mentioned that India needs to address today, such as clean water drinking, sanitation, quality education, healthcare. One can read out most of these, which is typical in any statement of this kind. And then you have research in arts and humanities, along with innovations in sciences and social sciences, are extremely important for progress and enlightened nature of the nation. And we need, when you become an economy which is fifth largest economy, and from 10th, we are moving toward that kind of a thing. The nation should be much more enlightened in terms of knowledge bases and the kind of things, heritage that we have. That is a part of the research programs and the knowledge build-up. Recognition that the best teaching and learning process occurs in environments where there is a strong culture of research and knowledge creation in multidisciplinary settings. So this is the other important reason. Of course, all this will produce capabilities in people, other types of resources that will spur innovation. So NRF was born out of the felt need to increase the quantum and scope of quality research and innovation across all disciplines, and to create a much larger workforce of trained researchers within the country, particularly within the universities, as I mentioned. This will enable India to become more competitive knowledge economy and will fulfill the goal set by our Honorable Prime Minister for an Atmanirbhar Bharat, central to which is being innovative in all spheres of national endeavor. So the strategy I would like to respond to your question is one of strengthening the research ecosystem in the universities, and it will have its own impact on many other elements of the systems which will spur innovations in the country. So this is the kind of a thing that is being envisaged and the government is proceeding with.